everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name's Rhonda, better known as HOTMESSMommaMD, and as you guys can see, I have zero eye makeup on. Now, there's a reason for that. This video was supposed to be, is it a dupe or just a waste of money, checking out the Bad Habit After Charge palette up against the Huda Beauty Gemstone Obsessions palette. Now, if you guys did check out my is it a dupe or just a waste of money Bad Habit Afterglow up against the, where do I have it? Oh, I put it over there. The Huda Beauty Coral Obsessions palette, you will see that this palette actually came out on top. I felt like it was definitely more pigmented. So yes, this is a spoiler alert. I apologize. But the reason that I cannot do is it a dupe or just a waste of money is because Sephora did not package my little palette correctly. And so we have a hot darn mess, which typically I'm okay with, but in purposes such as these videos, this isn't going to work out. There was literally only 2 shades that remain intact, so we're not going to be able to do that. So what I decided to do is turn this into something much more exciting. So if you're interested to see, because we are going to do a review on the Bad Habit After Charge palette, as well as I am going to go ahead and incorporate the brand new Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palette in with this look as well. Then let's get started. Okay guys, so like I said, this was supposed to be is it a dupe or just a waste of money up against the Huda Beauty Gemstone versus the Bad Habit After Charge palette. So I had to kind of change things up a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and incorporate the Norvina palette in with today's look, just because this beautiful 9-pan palette here is just an array of 9 different shimmers, and I personally am not one that can create an entire look based off of just shimmers. I have to have my mattes in there. Now, I know some of you guys may be wondering if this little 9-pan palette is close or similar to the Bad Habit Dream State palette. I went ahead and pulled my palette for you guys to show you all that even though this is like a full palette of nothing but shimmers, they are completely different, y'all. That you will see that, you know, maybe the blue might look a little like similar, but I will tell you guys, when you actually swatch them side by side, the Dream State blue is actually darker than the blue. This is more purple in here. This is more like darker blue in here. Same with this shade right here and this shade on the corner. I don't know if you guys can see, but actually when you swatch them, and I'll go ahead and swatch these for y'all, you will see there is definitely a difference as far as that goes. I went ahead and I did already swatch these on my arm. So as you guys can see, they swatch really well, but you guys will see they are all shimmers, but they're gorgeous shimmers. I mean, definitely the gemstone color. So going off of this After Charge palette, like I said, it is a 9-pan palette. You can purchase it by itself for $12, or you can purchase it in a bundle with the Afterglow palette for $20. Now, you can actually purchase all 6 of their 9-pan palettes on the Shop Hush app for, I think it was $48, and that, like I said, does include all 6 of the 9-pan palettes, which are dupes for the Huda Beauty Obsession mini palettes. I definitely recommend those. Like I said, mine came busted, so unfortunately we're not going to be able to do the is it a dupe or just a waste of money, but I did pick up this beauty right here, which I thought would pair beautifully with the After Charge palette. So this right here is the $42 Norvina palette. Let me get the brush out of there. And I thought that there is some complementary tones in here that would just pair really well with this palette. As well as I have a little surprise for you guys, which we will talk about later in the video, but I'm going to go ahead, zoom you guys in, and we're going to go ahead and do a full tutorial talk through. You guys know that means my video is going to be a little bit longer, so grab your coffee, grab your tea, or your Zevia like me, and we'll go ahead and get into the tutorial. Okay, so like I said, my videos when I do the talk through are much longer, but as long as you guys don't mind, I don't mind doing them for you. So we are going to go ahead and start off with the Norvina palette. Now, this did just release. This did just release, and I think it was like $42. I would love to be on the PR list, but I am not, and that's okay because I had to have this in my collection, y'all. I had to. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with the shade Base. We're gonna apply it to both eyes, just setting our concealer. That is what I actually used instead of doing like an eye primer. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to this shade right here. I think it said Incense. Right here, we're gonna use that as our transition shade. I don't know what kind of look I'm going for. Now, if you guys do want to see a full tutorial and review on this Norvina palette from me, by all means, please make sure to leave a comment down below and I will do a dedicated video for the Norvina palette. Okay, so that's our little transition shade in there. I think what I'm going to do is maybe I'll use this Stardust shade right here because it, like I said, is just such a gorgeous purple. I'm wondering if I should like attempt a halo eye. I think we're gonna go with this one maybe in the middle. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing. I feel like with this palette, you're gonna have to, like for me, this is gonna have to be more of like kind of a simple look where I can't incorporate a bunch of different colors in here. I mean, maybe I could, but I just don't feel like I'm that creative as far as that goes. But you guys see, I mean, these shades are really popping. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with, this flat eyeshadow brush by e.l.f., as you guys can see right here. And I'm gonna just go right into the Stardust. Now, I think what I'm gonna do to play it safe, just because I kind of learned from the Dream State palette, if you're not going to use a glitter primer, then you might want to go ahead and think about wetting your brush. I'm just going to go ahead in with my MAC Fix Plus, wet it down on my brush, and start applying. Ooh, that's pigmented. Switch brushes just to see if I can get more on the brush. Oh yeah. Switched over to a Morphe, this is the R39 brush, just because I could pick up more shadow. And just wetting the brush. I do definitely feel like if you don't wet the brush or have any type of glitter on there, you're gonna run into the issue that I ran in with the Dream State and the Fenty palette where there was a lot of fallout. I'm still kind of tapping my brush and I'm just really building that up. Okay, so I went back in and I just kept dipping and did not reapply any MAC Fix Plus, and I'm having a lot of fallout. But again, that is something that is very, very normal and common when you're using the Bad Habit formula. It doesn't mean it's bad, just means that I probably should have put a bunch of loose powder underneath my eye, or I should have not done my face makeup first. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, instead of jumping to the other side just yet, I am going to apply a little bit of the Laura Mercier underneath. Hopefully that will help, especially on the other side if there's any fallout. So we're just gonna hope for the best here, guys. So I'm gonna just go ahead, wet my brush, and then go back into the Stardust shade and apply this side. Definitely making sure to continuously reapply that MAC Fix Plus, or else we're gonna end up with a big old mess. Okay, so I think from there, I am going to go in with this Energized and just kind of tap it in the center part of the lid to kind of fake that like halo effect or spotlight. I don't really know what the technical term is for it, but we are just going to add just a little bit right in the center. One thing I will let you guys know that I noticed, and it could be because there's talc in here, is it kind of accentuates any of the lines or fine lines on your lid, but I think that that's going to be with any talc based type of eyeshadow. This might have been one of those instances where it would have probably benefited me a bit more with having mature eyes to use more of like anti-aging type of primer, eyeshadow primer, like what Urban Decay has. But I don't think it's like that horrible. It's just something to note that I don't know. Let's see if my camera will pick this up. Hopefully I'm zoomed in close enough and I'm not blurry, but Can you guys see what I'm talking about? Like, I don't know if it's because this, like I said, is a talc-based type of product, that it kind of gives it more of like a textured look on the lids versus like that smooth and creamy type of look. But again, I definitely really packed this on as well. I don't feel like it's something that I typically notice with their matte shades, but with this being more of a shimmer shade, it's definitely more apparent. Let me go ahead and zoom out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over to the Norvina palette, and I'm going to go back in with the Incense shade and just apply a little bit of that in my crease. Okay, and then underneath the eye, I think what I'm going to do is play around with this Rebound shade right here. We're going to apply a little bit underneath my eye. I'm just going to go in with the little pencil brush. Now I'm not going to take it too far in, maybe halfway. Go halfway with it. These are definitely more of like a foily, shimmery type of shadow. And I mean, there's even fallout coming into my inner corner, but again, I mean, I really packed the shade on. So I guess it's kind of to be expected. I'm going to go in with round 2 as well and put a little bit of that in there, maybe on the outer part and underneath. So this just turned real glittery, guys. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to jump off and apply my liner, my mascara, and all that good stuff, and then I'll be back to talk about this palette. Okay, so I'm back with my liner and my mascara. I will have everything on my face listed down below for you guys. You guys know how I am about my mascara. It's the same old, guys. The L'Oreal base, the Essence Lash Princess, and the Milk Kush mascara. I tell you guys this every video. The more I use it, the more I love it, and I now see the hype over it. Okay, so getting into this particular palette, the After Charge palette, like I said, $12. It's $12, $20 for both of these. It is in your standard type of cardboard type of palette. It does have the names on the back. And is it pretty? It is. It really is a pretty palette if you are into very, very shimmery types of shades. I personally am not one that I always have to have shimmer on my eyes. If I go with an all matte look, which kind of took me a bit to get used to an all matte type of look, I do like to sometimes accent with shimmers on the lid, sometimes in the brow bone area. But what I started to talk about is kick up and you know, dusty shadows and stuff. Now, if you guys saw my video on this or any of the other palettes by Bad Habit, I talk about the fact that there is a lot of kick up in here. Okay, the point that I wanted to make with that is, you know, some people want to, like, what do they say, read it to filth when it comes to these palettes, and oh my gosh, they're so dusty, they're kicking up, they're falling out, it's horrible, it's horrible. You know what, y'all, you're gonna have it whether you're buying a palette for $12 or a palette for $42. That was my whole point of making mention over that. To me personally, I know I repeat myself, but I'm a mom, that's what I do. But if a palette or shadow has any type of kick up, any type of fallout, I don't feel like that's the end of the world. It's just ways you're gonna have to tweak using that particular palette. I don't feel like I've ever, you know, using even Natasha Denona palettes, have I ever come across a palette that is just so mind-blowing, amazing, that you don't have that, you know, kick up or something, you know? I just don't feel like it's the end of the world. So I do think that these palettes for $12, I know the price did go up from $10 to $12 a piece. I do think they're a good palette. I think you are going to get good shades. I do want to mention though that this purple here from KRISANNA and Cosmetics is like almost a complete dupe for it. So if you happen to watch my KRISANNA and Cosmetics video, I did I do a look? I'm pretty sure it was this one I did a look with, or I at least had talked about it. I don't know. But I do like her formula as far as this shade goes a lot better, and this section right here. I love, absolutely love, love, love her single pan shadows. So if, you know, maybe you're just looking for the shade that I used today, I would almost suggest getting the KRISANNA and Cosmetics single shadows. They're really fun, and you guys can get, like, let's see, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is it? Yeah, I think it's these 5 right here on her website. They are still available, and I do have a coupon code listed down below. You're not going to find as much kick up or, you know, fallout or anything with her shadows as you do with this one. As far as comparing it to other ones, like I just showed you the KRISANNA, and I adore her single shadows. I definitely recommend them. But if it came down to these, if it came down to you want a bad habit palette, what would I recommend? If you are looking for bold yet vibrant, I would actually pick the Aftershock compared to the After Charge, in my personal opinion. Only because you can still get some of the shimmers, like these 3 right here are shimmers, and the rest are all mattes, and I like the fact that you have a little versatility there, more so than you do on this one. I personally, even if it came down to just picking both of these or just one of these, I honestly wouldn't pick both. I would save my money. I wouldn't spend the $20. I would, if you wanted one of these two, I would actually go with this one. But again, I'm more of a matte girl, and I like the fact that there's mattes in here, and I like that there are shimmers in here, so I can do a different array of looks. Where with this one, this is definitely your accent palette. You're going to have to know that going in, that you're going to need another palette to go with it to, you know, achieve an all-in-one type of look. Now, to some, that's not a big deal, but I just like to mention this. You know, do you honestly need all of these? No. But if you are a makeup enthusiast slash hoarder slash makeup addict, then yeah, you're gonna want these. But I think you need to know the pros and the cons to it, you know? So anyways, overall, it's okay. It's not my favorite. It's probably one that I'm very, very rarely going to reach for, to be quite frank with you guys. It's just, you know, it's just not me. It's just not me. I want a palette that has just more versatility to it. So anyways, but before I say my goodbyes until tomorrow or until the next video, I did want to let you guys know I am doing a 5,000 subscriber giveaway, and I went ahead and not only picked up this beautiful palette for myself, but I did pick one up for you guys as well. I love this palette. I've been playing around with it, and I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. And all the information will be linked in my description box for you guys. There will be one winner. This is a 30-day giveaway. So it starts today, July 23rd, and it will go until August 23rd. And it's very easy. You guys know I keep my giveaways very simple. Make sure to check my description box below so you can enter into the giveaway. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think there is. I think that's everything, guys. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to give me a big thumbs up. I do upload 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, typically at noon Eastern Standard Time. But I am known to throw up some bonus videos in there, sometimes on the weekends, sometimes extras through the week. So if you would like to see more of my content, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. But if you want to be notified every time that I upload a video, please make sure to hit that post notification bell, as well as you definitely want to be subscribed if you want to enter to win this beautiful ABH palette. You guys, if you guys, like I said, if you guys want to see a full tutorial on this, leave a comment down below and let me know, because it's really pretty. It's very, very pretty. So anyways, until next time, my friends, as always, I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, and blessed day. Kisses from Kentucky. Bye.